champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo, Porsche, photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. First down, Brissett.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Brissett. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. 1st and goal at the 1.
Jackson will keep it. And he takes this one in for the Browns score. Tyree Jackson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't, it's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Harris in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Brissett going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, And I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball at every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Herbert now. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
That's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense. Coming up that big completion to prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On third down, it's Panu. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Raymond Calais now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On play action, Brissett. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Herbert. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And they're going to get a final shot before the break for Herbert. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And Barney, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this time
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Now, I see you reaching for the late flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 32 that time. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
19,
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jacoby Brissett with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Brissett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Brissett on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill.
To throw, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action with Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Fuller, 55 yards.
And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
Play fake, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett.
This pass complete to Pollard on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. There he
goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of his end zone now is Calais. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Herbert, he'll drop this one off to Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Justin Herbert. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now, and this is caught by Williams. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Hey, kill. Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad off the bitty. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, I ain't stopping cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate.
You gotta choose.